Vanessa, and I'm from UKRIDA Christian University. I'm currently studying my 6th semester in the Faculty of Medicine. But today, I'm going to talk about the paper I made for the Mawapres competition. It's called Improving the Quality of Civic Education Based on Ethics as the First Step Against Corruption. Now, let us go. I'll show you around.
Okay, first I'll talk about corruption because we need to understand about it before we could resolve this problem. To say it simply, corruption means taking things or credit which aren't supposed to be ours. But unfortunately, corruption happens almost anywhere in our daily lives. I'll show you that. These are the people who actually skipped the class, but they signed the attendance book so that they could have enough attendance credits to be able to take the exam. What I want to say is that corruption is when you don't do your job, but you keep on getting credits for that. Now, we see that corruption is happening not only in Indonesian politics, but also in our daily lives. So what do we need to do to end this vicious cycle of corruption? I'm using the ethical perspective to analyze this problem. Ethics is a study of what is right and what is wrong. And by analyzing the problem from the ethical perspective, I find corruption very unethical because it violates other people's rights and it also goes against the principle of rightfulness. Usually, if you go against the principle of rightfulness, the conscience within you will make you feel ashamed or guilty of your wrongdoing. So what is the difference between shame and guilt? Shame is a feeling you have when you're doing something bad and you're afraid to lose your face in front of the society because of what you've done. Guilt is a feeling you have when you've done something really bad, regret it, and you want to somehow fix the mistake. People who still hold on to the ethics will feel shame and guilt whenever they go against it. But if their conscience is strong enough, they could hold themselves back before they can do unethical deeds. So, in order to fix the corruption problem in Indonesia, we need to teach our children about ethics. But how could we implement this knowledge about ethics in their education? By basing the civic education on ethics, we could teach Indonesian young generation about how to build a civilization which has ethics as the base of its law. So the value within civic education like justice, freedom, democracy and rights, all of them have to be based on ethics. If we put it in a chart, then it would be like this. The ethic-based civic education will let us have a generation that as civil servants will work in a professional way based on work ethics. And as civilians, they will understand the basics and law of his own nation and do things according to the ethics that applies in the country. So, by having these two subjects, we could reach our goal. That is... Okay, this is the end of this presentation. But lastly, I want to say that giving education is like planting seeds in the field. You could plant any seeds you want in your field, but you could not control into what kind of plants those seeds would grow once you plant them. And that's why you should carefully decide which plants you want to have in your field and sow only the seeds of the plants you want to have. You reap what you sow. That's why we must teach our children about ethics so that they could learn and understand about it. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye, and I hope to see you again.